Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Welcome, everybody. It's Saturday. Gotta love the weekend and all of its glory. Light a nice ceremonial candle here for our reading. There we go. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It's a general message, so it's not going to resonate with everybody, but it will resonate. Okay. Where should we put you, candle? You want to be over here? Oh, okay. My eye is getting itchy. My right eye. Suddenly. Whew. Okay. Seventh house. Leo. Venus. Okay, double Libra. And Leo. I feel like the analogy is it's kind of matching what was talked about the other day about the life marathon. I did this reading, channeled a reading about a life marathon, about how somebody basically sabotaged your journey for most of your life. And we were coming to the end of that marathon and they were giving up because they have no energy left. And you're just going. Like, it seems like you just started, so you're not going to go anywhere. So now with this energy, I feel like it's kind of along the same things where there has to be inner strength to find this next, or find inner beauty, inner strength, and something that you're doing, like the hidden purpose. But I don't know why I'm saying it's hiding. The only reason why I think that is because a Leo energy is like that hidden strength, you know, like something that's seems so violent, yet is the prey. Wheel of Fortune. No doubt, Leo. No doubt. Something's going to change. Judgment, the Emperor. Okay, so Judgment and the Emperor are both in reverse. I'm going to flip them upright because I feel like you might have been misjudged because of something possibly you didn't have, which is why you need this inner strength. Because, you know, like, okay, so for instance, the analogy that I heard today was, what up, everybody? Like, I'm a snake mom, okay? Like, I might not have babies, but I still consider myself a guardian. And so something was challenging that, and they were saying that I wasn't, because I didn't personally have, you know, give birth to my reptiles, so therefore I'm not a mother. And I said, actually, my snakes, they needed a guardian. They need to be fed. They need to be taken care of. They need to be, you know, walked and looked after, and they need to be taught things. So technically, I am a guardian, technically. So somebody was trying to get technical with something, and I had to check it. Like, no. There are many of roles here that involve guardianship that has absolutely nothing to do with you pushing that child out of your vagina. You know what I mean? Like, just because there was this other thing going on in this download where, okay, so this is like a new thing where women get push gifts or something because they push this baby out of their pussy. They get a gift, and it's not like a little gift. They want like a big gift. They want like silver and gold for pushing a baby out of their vagina, which is what every mother has had to do since the dawn of creation. But suddenly, all of a sudden, in 2000 and something, there were push presents. I think that's what they're called, or something like that. I don't know. The analogy was much worse in my head, but I'm going to give it that just as the PG version. And somebody was trying to say that they had push rights basically over me. And I was like, excuse me? I couldn't believe it. I actually physically was like in the download, like very baffled at like, wow. And you're going to try to beat me with this, and whatever reality was going on with this download. I was like, you have a problem, lady. Like, this is the problem. People like you thinking that you're the only ones, or that you get some special fucking treat, or, like, just, I mean, that's entitlement. That's something that came from them growing up and always, having high rank and getting trophies for last place. Right now, they want to continue that rank. So that's why I feel like somebody is, I think, questioning or trying to challenge your intention on something because you didn't do it the way that they did it, and they're trying to claim that the way that they did it is the only way to do it. That's actually official. I think that's how they want me to say it. Okay, so what's the 7th house? 3 of Swords and the Star in reverse. Yeah, it's kind of like trying to hurt you by saying that you're not the actual one connected to something. Again, it's a technicality. You're not connected to it, but just because you don't just get telepathy powers with things because they're blood driven, like couples who have been around for each other, around each other forever, can hear each other speak. Okay. People communicate with animals all the time. Okay. And they didn't push those animals out of their hole. Okay. So somebody is, I think, like, they might have altogether taken away motherhood from you. And the reason why I say that is because in the download, another download that I got today, I was pregnant, and I was with this guy, and I was crying in the bathroom, and he came into the bathroom, and he's like, I don't know where he was. And I don't even know if this was me. This is just how it played out. I was first person, and he came into the bathroom. Clearly, there's no boundaries between the two of us. He came right into the bathroom, and he's like, why are you crying? Like, what the fuck? And I hold up the pregnancy test, and I'm like, I'm pregnant. And I wasn't crying because I was sad. I was crying because I was actually really happy. And he looked at me, and I didn't know how he was going to react to it. I didn't know if he was going to have a fucking heart attack. Turns out he was actually quite happy about it. And now I'm getting goosebumps. Okay? So again, I think that was a download, like there was possibly something that has been held back from you for a really long time. Okay, really long time. And now, because they were trying to say that you didn't deserve it because you weren't going to connect with it, because your heart's too broken, your heart's too disconnected, you're too fucked up. How could you possibly connect with a child? How could you possibly connect with anything? So, like, don't be surprised if you're still single as well. Okay, but I kind of think that that's why people get pregnant at such odd times in their life, 40s, 50s, 60s sometimes, because they have been held back for so long for having a child that child comes the second it can, because it's just been sitting there holding on to hopes that the curse will break and this woman will be unhexed and she'll be able to, give you a home. Because I think souls they hang around with you, and because they want to be reincarnated with you, right? They want to be with you again, and however way they'll take that reincarnation, they will. If they have to jump into a dog, they will. If they have to jump to a cat, they will. If they can have a baby, why wouldn't they, right? A soul, like a temple is a temple to a soul that wants to reincarnate to be with you. So that's another thing. That's why I try to tell people, do not do witchcraft. I mean, for various reasons, but this. So if somebody's been trying to keep you infertile, okay, unattached to your spiritual gifts because they're saying that you wouldn't be able to telepathically connect with it like a mother would, some shit like that, okay, I kind of feel like now this is that coming back, that coming back around, which is why the wheel is here. I felt like I was going to say something else, but then I almost feel like Spirit cut me off and wouldn't let me say that. But I was saying that maybe that's why, yeah, people get pregnant at different stages. So, because you never know. I mean, yeah, life is life. Okay, so maybe that was just the end. Okay, give me this Venus. And I'm guessing that Venus is just the soul contract that's been walking around with you, okay, waiting to be incarnated. Justice. Man, triple Libra. This happened the other day. Okay, so Justice showed up again for the third time, and then there's Leo, Strength. So we got double Leo now and double Libra. Inner strength, inner perseverance. Because honestly, sometimes if it is some type of like weird, hereditary generational curse or some shit like that, you might have like subconsciously forgot about it because you were so held back from it that now once it comes back around, you're not really anticipating it because it was something that's been taken for so long that you're like, you know what? This kind of reminds me. I watched this video today of this lady who was just standing outside and her dog came back home. And he'd been gone for years, but she didn't move. She stayed in the same house, and suddenly he just came walking up, and like he'd been gone for a couple of years. And she said, he went from like a 3-year-old, I think it was a 3-year-old dog, came back. He was only really like 5 or 6, but she said like he was an old man. Like this dog, whatever this dog saw when he was out on his adventures for 2 or 3 years, fucking changed him drastically. But he came home. He found his way home. Right? Perseverance, like when you don't want to give up, you won't, right? You'll keep going and going and going until you get to your destination, whether how many times they try to set you back. It's not going to matter. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, see, like I kind of feel like the team that you were given was crooked. Okay, 10 of Wands in reverse, 9 of Wands in reverse, the Sun. Makes so much sense. Like these people were crooked. They didn't, they didn't play the right games with you. They didn't let you in on the right information. They kept you away from things. Maybe they kept you hating something, so then you never really wanted it, but yet you knew you wanted it. But if you knew you couldn't have it, but the only reason why you couldn't have it is because they were subconsciously keeping it for themselves while you were harboring hate for it, knowing that they were going to keep it from you. Then why love something if it's going to get kept from you? You might as well forget about it so then it doesn't hurt so bad, right? So 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands in reverse, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, Star in reverse, like, and you're still an Emperor. You're still going to get given that status, no matter how much they fucked with you. So again, I mean, now I'm being reminded of the download again, like that stick, like it was in my hand. It's like, this is something that I can't keep from you. Nature always finds its way. John Malcolm, Jurassic Park. Nature finds its way. Even if it's surrounded in a same-sex environment, it will switch sexes to get pregnant. Okay? Like, nature always finds its way. Especially with men, which is kind of like Leo energy as well. Right? So this is not defeat. Just because you don't have something right now doesn't mean it's not going to come. This is judgment. This is huge for somebody. That means you outranked somebody trying to take you, This is almost like what was that? What did you just say? CPS, Child Protective Services. Yeah. It'd be like somebody putting in a false report, right? And getting your kids taken away from you and then holding them back from you and you not being able to justify what happened. Like, right? It's something wrong. It's corrupt. It's corrupt. Maybe, and that's why maybe Justice is here, because Justice might have, because she's blind, she might have passed something with not having all the right information because she was given the wrong information. I mean, somebody's got to be held accountable for why this was able to be so effective for so long. That's what I'm finding. Somebody's got to be held accountable for it. Because it's not your fault. So that's almost like, again, with these jail analogies, you know, being incarcerated for 30, 40 years and then being released and finding out that you didn't have to do any time at all, that you actually weren't supposed to. Like, the state now owes you that time back, which you're never going to get. You're never going to get that moment back, those family moments back. You're never going to get any of it back. So to justify it as something that will happen in the future is almost like, well, yeah, awesome. Thanks for letting it happen in the future. But like, fuck you for the past. Like, because you just wasted all of this time knowing that it was mine anyways. You didn't give it to me. So it's like, somebody is going to be pissed about something that's been held back. That's why this Leo thing is big, because I think once this all comes through, people are going to be terrified of you. I mean, if they're not already terrified of you, this is, okay, there's Aries here, there's Aquarius here, there's Leo here, and then there's Libra here. Okay, and then obviously Venus. But I feel like somebody is, whatever, because they twisted the scales for themselves and didn't give all the right information, it's the court system owes you now too, because they didn't catch it. Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck, Two of Swords in reverse, Hangman. See, I don't think you're going to be blocked anymore. Something's going to let you go because you were hung and suspended in time for so long. Nine of Pentacles, Six of Cups. That's Cancer energy. They just said to me, they're like, that's 69. I'm like, yes, it is. So it's Cancer energy. Okay, Nine of Pentacles, Six of Cups. Nine of Pentacles, technically, how a lot of people read this energy, what up, Danny, this is the energy that is representative before you step into the Empress. Okay? So I'm getting that energy from her. Like, she's just like, because Empress, again, is the pregnant lady. Okay? So whatever this pregnancy is, again, it's an analogy. Okay? Something that'll be hidden for a while before you expose. Something that will grow. It's a contract, so it's going to be around for a while. Venus energy. Okay. And with Leo, it's almost like, now I kind of feel with the Leo energy, you're going to have to protect it. And now I see this. There's this, I like animal videos. Sometimes I'll watch them, and there's this animal video of this father lion and his cub did something and it pissed him off and he spanked him. And then the mom came out of nowhere and slapped the dad in the face for hitting the cub. And I was like, that's, yeah. He did it for no reason. He hit him because he was being a impatient dad. It had nothing to do with the cub. So mom fucking smacked him upside the head. Bitch, don't touch my fucking cub. Okay. So that could be, you know, this Leo energy. Like, don't touch my fucking cub, bitch. Don't touch my fucking kid. Again, whatever this analogy is. And I just pulled up the Queen of Wands. And actually, that's a good card to come popping up. I don't even know how I grabbed her. Hello, Miss Darkness. Hello, taters. I kind of feel like, I mean, she's got that little cat sitting down there beside her, right? The Queen of Wands doesn't fuck around. Okay, Queen of Wands doesn't fuck around. Why would you? Fuck around, find out. Okay, that's how people get robbed and shit. Things get stolen is when you're not paying attention. Okay, so pay attention to this thing coming in because they tried to tell you you didn't get it and you weren't going to get it because you didn't deserve it and all this bullshit. Turns out they were wrong. Eight of Swords still on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like, okay. I feel like someone's going to get hung up in their words. Okay. Thank you. I don't know if that's a compliment or if I'm a bull dyke. I have no idea. But I kind of feel like that's collective. Okay, in a sense where they get held back now from doing shit to you. I almost feel like it's almost like a voodoo doll hex that's now reversed itself onto that person. They get all bound up into it and they get all tied up into it and you're free. Right? You're free. So big contract coming for somebody. Oh, 8 of Cups, walking away. Walking towards something. That's what I feel like. Walking towards something. Okay, leave this hurt bullshit, want to cry, you know, nothing's left, all behind. And that almost, you know, this card almost reminds me of Bilbo. It's like, look, he's got his staff and everything, and then, you know, the path goes right through the mountains. So who do you think that is? Oh, thank you, taters. All right, it's nice. All right, you're cool then, buddy. Okay, I feel like it's Bilbo, all right? Or Frodo. You know, somebody's starting a journey. Oh, look at that. The 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I think it's going to be a beautiful journey. Hermit in reverse, 2 of Cups. 7 of Swords in reverse, 3 of Cups. Okay, I was looking at this 3 of Cups right here because for some reason they have 3 just sitting here. So I was looking at that and I'm like, okay, what are they walking away from? Like, are they walking away from some friends, some good times? Like, most likely. Okay. So the Hermit in reverse with the 2 of Cups, maybe they're walking away from friends to new friends because then the 3 of Cups reappears in the future. Okay. And then this 7 of Swords, something was definitely stolen. And possibly now, because it's in reverse, it's being given back. Or it's something like somebody stole something from you and it's been sitting on their property this whole time. And now you're going back and you're taking it back. Because that's another thing, right? Is when people take from you, you have every right to go back into their house or whatever, wherever they have it and take it back. Okay. But if it's in the land of 3D, you will get charged with B&E, irregardless if they stole something of yours. So be careful because the law is still there, hence justice. Okay? Surprisingly, those who stay within the laws of justice will get justification when needed. Sometimes it slips through the barrier, again, because she's blind. She's got a lot to deal with. But your case will come up when it's ready. Okay, so this is your case coming up. And maybe you were in the 8 of Swords and now you're in the 8 of Cups. And they were in the 8 of Cups and now they're going to be in the 8 of Swords. Okay, because it's a switch around. It's a switch. I think really that's why the wheel's here. Because it's kind of like you spin the wheel, you don't really know where you're going to end up. You don't really know what's going to happen. Okay, let's see. What happens after the wheel spins? Okay, I am looking at the Two of Cups that's already down. It's possible that that's what's going to happen after the wheel. The Moon. See, I don't really know if they want me to see it. It's a possibility they're going to block it from me. Because there are, I mean, it's a general reading, so it's not like it's going to be the same for everybody, which is possibly why the Moon is here. Also, Pisces energy, which showed up, but I do feel like there is good intention, and it's good intention hiding in the Moon. Okay, Nine of Swords in reverse, something that you were worried about, okay, ooh, with the Page of Pentacles underneath, that you're going to be able to plant now. So it's almost like the worry is going to be gone. Like, I don't know what it is that you're so worried about, because, and I don't necessarily think it's been worried. I think that might be the wrong answer or the wrong word for it, but definitely stressed out. Definitely like over it, you know, been there, done that. It's been long enough. Either give it to me or I'm gone. And now it's like you left because they didn't give it to you, right? But you still stuck around. And something that grows is it's not good. This isn't just going to be the beginning of it. This isn't going to be, you know, some beginning to end. This is just the beginning of something that's huge. Very, very prosperous. Okay, that's for sure. I'm like looking at all of these flowers underneath, and I'm thinking that that's, you know, what ends up happening to that one pentacle that she plants, right? Very, very lucrative. So we're going to move it on down the road now to the next reading. After we pause and take a moment of Kiefer Reefer time. So if you have to go to the bathroom, you can go now, or you can take me with you. I can't see you. Why do I feel like somebody has to go to the bathroom? Oh, it's either that or spirit is just being funny right now. I have had a really weird day today, so if I'm a tad bit inappropriate, it's all good. I'll be back to normal tomorrow. It's a possibility that spiritually I might not even be here right now. It might just be my body and my soul. Like, my soul. Is my soul not even here? It's been a weird fucking day. That's like all I have to say. But I did this really wicked tattoo, which I'm super proud of. So that's a bonus. What a Saturday. My snake was out forever. She's up again. What are you doing? Oh, but she doesn't want to come out. Thank gosh. She's not even looking to come out. She's digging and she's totally content in her home. All right, next message. Prophecy. With conspiracy. That seems like a heck of a lot of cards, but we're going to go with it. We got yes. Aww. Man, I don't know what to do with these cards. Every time I fucking paint them, they chip off and shit. I hate these cards. I put so much dedication into them and they chip off. Just chip, 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 chip. Slowly chipping away at my hard work. That's fine though. Don't worry about me. I'll just do them again. Like I always do. We have sex on the table, by the way, people. So it's going to get pretty interesting here for a second, okay? Libra showed up again. Ooh, the Tower, Warlock, and social media. Oh, shit. What's on the top of the deck? What is this? What is this? Compass and instincts. All right. Okay. Give me una momento, please, people, while I decode the message. Oh my gosh, I feel like this is like pretty simple, actually, considering it's like 20 cards. I feel like someone's going to try to sleep with you. That's it. Okay, they're just trying to figure out a way to get you to their house. Okay, so this is it. This is what's going on. So you might go on a date with somebody. Okay, maybe you like just met this person off Tinder or some shit like that. Maybe you don't like know them, because I don't really feel like you know them. I feel like maybe socially over some type of network, you might run into each other from time to time, but I don't actually think you know one another. Okay, somebody has no idea what's going on. Okay, so again, like, I don't know if you are on a dating site and you're talking to somebody, maybe it's not going anywhere or something like that. I feel like this person is coming back for like some type of redemption or something. Okay. Like, yes, like there is a countdown. Like they were counting down to something. Okay. Donnie Darko. Frank is here. There's something that's going to happen. Okay, but it's sex, so don't worry. No one's gonna die and get run over by the car and all this shit. Okay, no. It's much simpler than that. And then a tower. Like, I don't know if they live in an apartment building. They might live in an apartment building, but at the same time, I do think they live in a nice big house. Possibly. You never know. All right, or they live in a little fucking shack, a little fucking shanty, and they're going to ask you out. Okay? Never, ever judge a book by its cover. Okay, Warlock here in reverse. Somebody, I think this is the person that wants to ask you out. Okay, but they're in reverse right now. I don't really know why. I don't really know what's happening with them, but they're in reverse. And they're having difficulty brainstorming how to direct themselves into your life, maybe? Like, okay. Why is this person in reverse? Special Agent Fox Mulder. In reverse. Conspiracy. You have conspiracy down here twice. Both in reverse. What is this fucking conspiracy about? Do they think you're plotting to kill them or something? Oh, maybe. Okay, maybe they think that you're going to think that they're just asking you out to sleep with you? But you're not thinking that at all. Okay. So somebody's in their head. Like, they're in their head way too much. Yeah, see, look at that. Ace of Swords in reverse. They're in their head. They're lying about something. Like, they're lying to themselves, maybe? Like, lying about how they feel about you? Okay. Thief, Lucky number 13, and Cemetery Gates. some hidden enemies that they've had to deal with. So maybe they think that you're one too. A test of loyalty. Deadline. I cut the deck. Deadline. Okay, so this is coming to a wrap. And then fought tooth and nail. Third-party interference. Idiot. Sickness in reverse. Copycat. Witch. Okay, there's your witch to your warlock. Okay, so they were being a little bit of an idiot. Okay, which, I mean, at least they can admit it. All right, let's be real. I think they maybe thought that, like, you were a lazy piece of shit. You weren't going to work. You weren't going to do anything for them. You were just going to use them in some way. And they were getting a third-party interference, which is possibly where Frank is at. I feel like they have a spirit that they talk to. It could be their soul. It could be, like, their guardian or something like that. And that soul that talks to them was interfered somehow. And somebody else got through that frequency and fucked with their head. And told them that you were a threat. Okay, but because justice is here and mercy is here, and then camo in reverse, it's like you're not hiding anything. So whatever this third party was trying to say, the joke is on them because they might have been trying to say something and, you know, thank gosh, maybe this person actually approached you and asked, like, hey, by the way, you know, do you do this or do you do that? And, you know, I mean, there's nothing worse than hearing some type of gossip on the street and then actually going with it and cutting somebody off. You know, like, it's just like, it's honestly because so many people can just talk shit and like if they know that you will just listen to whatever they say and go running with it, you know how much people are going to fucking use you? Okay, it's going to be insane because you're just going to look like a joke at this point. Okay, like check your fucking facts, man. Like do your research. Okay, so I feel like this person was like they were stupid. They did something stupid and I feel like it's just they were possibly like, again, they're trying to protect something, okay? Like most people do, okay? But they almost fucked themselves completely because of how much they were trying to protect themselves, right? When there was no threat at all with you. All right, anything else? Corpse. Death. Mort. Yeah, this is done. Signs. This is done. This cycle is done. Whoever acted like an idiot is coming back around. Knowing that they acted like an idiot. And good for them, because I mean, I even think they're going to apologize for being an idiot. I mean, an idiot is an idiot. We're not always like, you know, making the best decisions all the time. Okay, this happens to the best of us, right? Man, I turned down the street today at the wrong time of day, and I knew I shouldn't have. I was like, Whitney, you're a fucking idiot. And I was. At that point in time, I was like, I was a fucking idiot. I knew. But then at the same time, I was like, well, I fucked myself, so I'm just going to sit in traffic for a while then. Like, I don't get mad at myself. That's the thing. It's like when you pull a stupid move, like, don't get mad at yourself. That's the worst thing you do. Because that's what they want. They want you to, like, feel this small and that stupid and, like, you can never, no one will ever forgive you. You know, like, how dumb can you be? And it's like, don't give into that little. Honestly, you're not perfect. You're going to do things that are make the wrong assumptions with people and you're going to listen to the wrong advice sometimes about people. You're fucking human. Okay, it's just funny that suddenly when collective does something wrong, they all of a sudden karmics want you up on a fucking cross, even though they do it every day. You did it. Now, thou shall be hung for eternity. Just like, it just goes to show how people are ever so unwilling to forgive, yet expect to be forgiven every day. Right? Damn right they do. What are you saying, Danny? Exactly. Oh, look at marijuana card. I was sitting here looking at my pipe going, God damn, I want to crush the rest of this bowl. But I'm also doing a reading. But I don't know, man. Chill out. You're good. Okay. Maybe show up to this person's house with a joint. Haul it and forget it. I don't even know how I grabbed that card. Haul it and forget it. Smoke a little fatty with them. Tell them how stupid you were. Bygones be bygones. It can actually simply be that easy. People just complicate it, right? Weeping Willow and back off warning. See? Okay, so I feel like this is the person that you're dealing with. I feel like they feel like if they tell you something, you're going to get very emotional about it. And the thing is I mean, I don't really think you are going to get too, if you do get emotional about it, whatever you do, I mean, we deserve to get emotional about things. Okay. If somebody kind of drops their veil with you and drops the whole tough guy act and shows you something that's on a different side of them, then I really do feel like they are sorry for what they did. But you have to read that in a person, like, and that's what we learn with, collectives and karmics and, tarot. We learn how to read energy, right? That's our gift, to read energy. Energy comes in very different packages as well as in people. Learn how to read the energy in a person and you're good, man. Like, you don't ever have to worry about starting a fight with somebody or agitating somebody. You learn how to read energy and you're fucking literally 10 minutes ahead of them. Okay? But you have to notice what you're doing. That's why I'm like, if somebody comes to apologize to you about something, you read their energy. If they show you that they are actually apologetic for what they did, I don't think they're ever going to fuck with you again, because they know what it did. And you think they're going to want to do that again? They might have just sat for 10 years not talking to you because of what they did. I don't really think they're going to want to go another 10, another whole fucking round. I don't really think they're going to want to do that. Okay, so I feel like somebody's pride then has come down, which has made the veil lift, because their pride was keeping this veil, right? Keeping the true nature of this person hidden. And maybe because they just didn't want to show you who they really were. And that's the thing, is like, there's nothing wrong with keeping your heart to yourself and keeping your feelings hidden until you understand what you're feeling. And then if you want to show them, show them. If you don't. But if you did something and then all of a sudden you attached feelings towards it because you hurt somebody, that's the thing, is like, people can do things all the time that hurt you and they won't care. But once they suddenly care about you, they'll care that they hurt your feelings. It'll mean something. It's like when you did something and you disappointed your parents and they looked at you and they didn't say that they were angry. They didn't say that they were mad. They said that they're disappointed because they knew and they know that you can make better decisions, right? It's like that. It's like, it's going to be very disappointing to know what this person did and then to sit there and almost be blamed for the reason why they didn't come forward because they knew that you were going to cry about it. I mean, come on. Again, like, I mean, I really hope this person matures, because if seeing tears or crying in front of somebody is too much, then they're not ready for an emotional relationship. They're not ready for an actual connection because they're not willing to show somebody the good, the bad, the sad, the evil. You have to, I mean, you're going to be with somebody, you got to show them who you are. right? And it's not just one character in there. You've got a few different modes that you'll do and pull, right? You gotta fucking show them all those, because it's not just, again, it's not always going to be good times. Like, and just because it's bad times sometimes doesn't mean that it deserves to be, you know, wasted and thrown away, right? Like, here we go. I keep getting that Modest Mouse song in my head, and I just forgot. Look, I brought my science card back out again, but it's now you can't see it at all. I need to have it sitting right there. Maybe I'll hang it from the ceiling. No, that looks annoying. You know why I stopped putting this on my desk? Because it was annoying. That's why. I found it in the corner underneath my desk over there. If you wondered why you haven't seen it for a while. I painted this little thing and everything, but it's so fucking annoying. There's nowhere for it to sit. No, I can't do that. See, that's why you were over here. All right. Yes, I have arguments with furniture sometimes. Call up my schizophrenia. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I feel something's chirping at me sometimes. And I'm like, what are you chirping at over there? You want some screen time? Like, my snake does it to me all the time. She always chirps. She always wants screen time. I do this huge fucking thing. Fuck, I said I went through this whole thing yesterday about how I don't put my snakes up on social media and blah, blah, blah. Then YouTube makes a highlight for me and puts my snake on it. And I'm like, so this whole protection thing, so I can put it up for a little while. I'm going to have to take it down because it's not going to be able to stay up for long. But, like, keep those protection spells going, people. It is nasty out there. Oh, my God. It's funny. You call me the, what was it? Something darkness? Miss Darkness or something? I'm like the lightest person in the world. But I dress in all black. For the most part. I mean, I'm wearing dark gray today, but I have black shorts on. Always black. So powerful. I even mixed black with my silver and made this kind of like dark smoke color. I like it. I was getting bored with my nail polish and nail polish colors. I need something fresh, people. Fresh. Fresh, fresh, fresh. Okay. Let us go to the next reading. It's probably going to be the last one. 48, 43. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting tired. It's been a long day. Causing unconscious reactions. Probably because of that. If you're a little bit tired and like there's not really a reason behind it, like, I mean, you're getting enough sleep, you're active, whatever. It could be because you're causing unconscious reactions in people, high priestess energy, and you're feeling that energy. And it's draining. It's draining energy. When people get all fucking bent out of shape and like you're not even anywhere near there. Okay, spirit believes you're in danger. See? There's the devil. The devil. Oh, the fire's licking you like the devil, Josh. There's Heather. I don't know if you should watch the Blair Witch Project, but maybe somebody is doing, why is it always a witch? I'm like, is somebody doing witchcraft? Like, seriously? Or maybe you have to, there's the Night Wrath right there. They're like, look in the bottom of the deck. War of the Worlds. Okay. Okay. So I'm almost getting the Blair Witch 2. Awful movie. Well, no, it's not awful. I've seen worse, but it's about these kids that go to the woods where the tapes were found, and they spend the night there, and they wake up in the morning and they don't remember anything. And then they go back and they watch the tapes of what happened that night, and it's fucked. It is fucked. It is so occulty. It's not even funny. It's actually really kind of creepy, but it's not like that creepy, but it's a little like, you ever blacked out when you were drunk? Like, we never recorded anything back in the day, you know what I mean? Like, what happened when you blacked out? Because all these people black out. Okay, I'm getting that right now. So I feel like, why are you telling me about that movie? I feel as if maybe somebody you're dealing with is possessed and they don't know it and they black out and this other thing takes over. I don't get drunk. And that's why, because I have a thing that does that to me. It's this sex demon thing. And she fucking makes me do the most ridiculous things. And I'm blackout drunk. I have no idea what's going on. And then I wake up in the morning and it was like, whoa, somebody got XXX. And I'm like, what did I do? And then my boyfriend at the time would never tell me. And I'm like, what did I do? And he's like, maybe you should have been there. And I'm like, this isn't funny. It's not funny when you're blackout and don't remember anything. It's terrifying. It is terrifying because I know this thing wants to exploit people, wants to, have you spread and mess up and buck wild with 10 people in the room, and it's so disgusting. And chicks, with the ass and the videos and fucking, it's not sexy to be that obvious about sex in a group full of people who don't know you. I've been following this rapper, and to be honest, I don't even know who the hell he is, but he's kind of hot. So I started following him and then actually rap is not that bad. So I was like, okay, well, whatever. I'll watch a hot guy tattooed on a screen. Okay. But he still puts the ass in his videos. And I was like, okay, he's got to be in his 30s. If not, maybe 20s. I don't think that people in their 40s that kind of thing anymore. They don't go up to the club and fucking, if they do, they're waking up with serious back pain in the morning. Okay. Cause you just don't do that in your 40s anymore. So I think he's really young, which is why he does the booty action. Right. And I'm like, I don't want to watch him. Cause I'm like, I don't want to see some chick's ass. I thought we were done with this. I thought when we moved past this with rap videos, I didn't think that was all there anymore. Honestly, maybe I'm just getting old. I think I am, obviously, getting way too old. But I'm almost kind of getting that, this person is very, ass up and hurrah, she'll wear the fucking see-through pants and just expect people to look at her. I feel like this is a woman energy messing with you unconsciously. And that's the thing. Okay, so this chick, whoever this chick is, gross, by the way. I don't want to see you. You know how some chicks, they think they're so hot that they want other chicks looking at them too? And you're like, I don't want to see that. I never volunteered to look at that. I didn't even know that was on the menu because I would have said no to the ass part of this segue. Okay. Even tits I can deal with more than ass. Just bottle it up and put it away. It's so skanky. I never realized how skanky it was until, I don't know, I guess I grew up, okay, and didn't, bust my thong above my pant line anymore. I don't even wear underwear anymore. It's so overrated. I mean, they only want to wear it to show it off. It's uncomfortable as fuck, and they know that. Okay, so it ain't doing anything for any woman. And whatever it's doing for men, get over it. Okay, just fucking rip that shit off. It's what do they call that? Dental floss? Yes, thank you. It's overrated. It's stupid. Okay, I feel like, okay, because this could be dudes or chicks. It doesn't matter. Sex doesn't matter in this. You have somebody that wants to show up places almost naked to get all the attention. She wants all the attention in the room. And it's negative attention, by the way. If you have to go in with your fucking tits out and your fucking see-through pants, that's negative attention. Okay? You walk into that same room, fully clothed, okay, looking all badass, and the entire room looks at you, positive energy. Okay? That's why you cause unconscious reactions. They can't stand that you can walk into a room somewhere and get just as much attention, and they have to walk into it naked to get anything. Okay, of course they do. They want interviews from everybody. They want to stop, drop, and what are you wearing? Exactly, who did your nails today? And now who's rocking that jacket? Who are we wearing? Is that Gucky or is it Proto? Okay, honestly, like just, and then they're buying the brand names like they think it fucking means something. Oh my God, this was another thing. Okay, so that rapper guy I'm talking about, I have no idea how to pronounce his name. I think it's Millie's, Milllyz. I don't know. Anyways, he showed up in my dream the other night. Get this. So we're in a jewelry store. Right away, I was like, okay, this guy does not know me. And he tries to put this watch on my wrist. And it's this like iced out, all white watch, all these diamonds. And he's like, this is what you can have. Like, I'm going to get this for you. And I took the watch off, put it down on the counter, and I said, thank you. To whoever the jeweler was, I was like, thank you. And I looked at him and I was like, this is the last place I want to be right now. I walked out. This is all in the dream. I walk out. And I went to go find somebody else that was, I think, just at their house. And it was to explain in the dream that I would rather go hang at somebody's house than go to a jewelry store. I don't even know what a watch like that would cost. I don't. So I couldn't tell you what the value of that watch would have been. But I mean, if you've known that guy, I mean, he's got like shit all over him. Okay. And it's like probably worth thousands. So in the dream, it really signified to me that I already knew this about myself, but clearly somebody else had to know it. I can hear J-Lo right now. My love don't cost a thing. Okay. I won't date somebody because they have money. I don't even know what that means. I've never dated anybody with money, so I don't know what that means, right? If you've never dated for money, you don't know what that means, because anybody I dated, you think the first thing I asked them was, do you have a job? And what's your income? No, it was more like, I don't know. Not those questions. Maybe like, what was your favorite concert you ever went to? Okay, and please answer that if you want to. What is your favorite concert? Because I know my favorite concert, but I don't know your favorite concert. Okay, it's more like questions like that, not, are you financially stable, and have you done your taxes, and do you have a suitable income for somebody? Like, no, that's not what we talked about. Okay. So the whole analogy must be somebody is obviously got you pegged as a very wrong person. And it's because they are like that. So they are talking shit about you being like that because they're like that. And they don't really want anybody to know, but they want to know how they're going to take it if they say that you're like that. Then eventually maybe they can admit that they're like that. You know what I mean? But you're not like that. But this is a war, people. Okay, we know this. It always has been and it always will be. Okay? So you're challenging somebody in ways that they didn't know they could be challenged. That's what I think, right? I don't think that people, in this dream, I don't know if it was signifying that obviously it was him too, with maybe he only dates chicks that want giant ass diamonds on their wrists. Like, I don't want that kind of shit. I don't wear that kind of shit. I don't floss. I think that's what they call it. Flossing. I don't floss. I floss my teeth like twice a week. I don't floss. Okay. I buy like antique jewelry. I don't play that game, but some people fucking love that game. Okay. And maybe somebody is so fucking superficial that they keep dating people that love that game that they don't realize that they're dating their own worst enemy. Okay. And clearly this chick, whoever she is, that can't stand the fact that you do things that she can't. Map change. Ooh, quick movement. Venus energy. When you walked away, it changed everything. See? Sack and greed. Honestly, these bitches are so fucking greedy, it's ridiculous. Okay. And everybody's watching them, so keep it up. Honestly, there's the sack. Again, with you walking, when you walked away, it changed everything. I don't know if this person, like, if this is literal or not. Like, you were just walking somewhere and they saw you, and it was like, oh, how dare you walk on that boulevard? I live in this area. I don't know what you did, but I think they saw you recently, and it just, I mean, my sister hung out with this chick. They used to take their dogs for walks sometimes, and my sister would usually take her dog for a walk, and then she would always go to the grocery store, get what she needed for dinner, and then go home. And this chick wouldn't go to the grocery store after the walk because she wouldn't go in without makeup on. She would go home, get herself dolled up, then go to the store. Again, I don't know what that means to live a life like that. I've never, ever cared about what I looked in a sense where I couldn't go somewhere afterwards to get something that I needed. Okay, so whatever is tripping up this person, they involved you in something that literally is a testimony of them, and you didn't have anything to do with it. But of course, they're your karmics, so they're going to involve you in everything that they do because they're obsessed with you. Okay? So they are angry. And so shall it be, they're greedy. Of course, they're going to be angry. Greedy people usually are. Okay? When you take something away from them, like the source, and you don't let them attach to it again. Okay? So this isn't a fucking, this isn't the first rodeo for somebody, but it certainly is for them. And that's why, like, maybe, honestly, I feel like a lot of collective, I was talking to my sister about this yesterday because I was like, man, I feel like a lot of these karmics that we're dealing with, okay, are young souls. Like, this could possibly be their first time here. Because the way that they act, and it doesn't matter how old they are, is such a reflection of their soul. Because you can hear the immaturity attached with them, right? Even as like a 60, I don't know how old my father is now, it's like 67 or 68. His vocabulary is of like maybe a 16-year-old, right? He's very dumb. And he could be so much smarter, but his wife keeps him dumb for a reason. She has to be smarter than him. Okay. And that would be the person that you're causing unconscious reactions with. You're smarter than they are. Okay. You don't need to dumb people to get people to like you. Okay. There's the lure. And sloth. What? Is that gluttony sitting there? I knew it. So many sins coming out right now. And that's the thing is 'tis the season. Okay. Some of these people, it kind of coming, to the surface that you are not this piece of shit like they are saying you are, okay? Just because you don't wear makeup and buy Gucci products, like you're an asshole, right? Because you make things look good. Maybe you make the fucking third class look good. Maybe you make homeless look good, okay? I'm sorry. You take care of yourself. When they have a problem showering, they have a problem cleaning themselves because they still smell, okay? Because they think, what, because you live in a nice house that you don't have to clean yourself? Or because you think you live in a nice house that now you don't have to take care of yourself? You get other people to take care. You realize, too, the more, richer people get, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, all of a sudden they can't do anything for themselves anymore, can't cut their hair anymore, can't do their own nails anymore, okay, can't file their own, can't give themselves pedicures anymore, can't shave their own fucking legs anymore. Like, why are you now retarded? I thought once you got money, you were supposed to be smart. Why are you giving it away to people to even cut your hair, shave your beard? Okay, wax your balls. Do it your fucking self, right? Like, be smart. Why are you giving your money away? Why would you do that, right? Don't understand. I never will understand. I mean, I said balls because there was a big sack right here. Leave it up to the humor of the world, okay? So it's like you don't get lured in, and they do because they're lazy. They're lazy, okay? And maybe the whole look of you looks lazy, but it really isn't. And when they try to look like the lazy look, they look like it. So again, I feel like there's just people around you that have to learn lessons, that they are themselves and not in fact you, and they have to learn their own tempo and how they look and what they want. Because that's the thing I realized is so many people in their 30s and 40s and 50s, they don't actually really know what they want. They don't really know what they like. They don't really know how to dress. They don't really know how to eat. Especially if they were in a relationship for a while, they lost themselves, right? And it takes a long time to learn about yourself again and what you do like and when you want to eat and what you want to dress and how you want to look and how you want your hair done, right? Fuck everybody else. You need to learn about you. And clearly you know a lot more about you than they know about themselves. And that is what pisses them off. And it's so I don't even know the right word for it. Like, I want to say superficial because it obviously is very superficial in them to see. Like, maybe they think that you're purposely trying to make yourself look like you don't care or something, right? Again, this person reading on every trend that you do, every fad that comes up, they're reading on to see if they can do it. It's like that's you, right? If you buy a different winter jacket, they're going to buy one like you. Right? It's like everything you do, it just, they try to mirror, but it looks so bad. It's tacky. Exactly. It looks so bad on them because they are tacky. They're following and they're just a people pleaser. They're just a poser. They don't know who the fuck they are. And they're challenging you. Not smart. Okay. Anything else? Pride, another sin. And Fool, successful journey. Okay, so I feel like you've gone through all the sins, okay? And there really isn't anything that gets you anymore. And they have a problem with every single one of them. Well, at least 4 of them anyways. Okay, that's more than half. They have a serious problem with a lot of things in their life. And it's going to come down to, if they don't start focusing on their life, they're going to lose their life. They're going to start losing their privileges. They're going to start losing their jobs, their friends, their accomplices, their accomplishments, everything. Because they're sitting there constantly trying to fuck with the things that you're doing. And that is 1000% interference. And how long does the spiritual world really allow for interference? Right? I mean, eventually it gets shut down. Maybe that's why the Fool's Journey is here, is because now it's been a successful journey of start to finish to prove that this person, no matter what you do, this person reacts to you. And now maybe it's been proven that they react to you physically. They react to you emotionally. They react when you're not even around, okay? They react if you don't pay attention to them. It's a reaction every time, and it's unconscious. They don't even know that they're doing it anymore because it's become such a thing that it is unconscious. Because they don't realize that for some reason, your energy, they have allowed to get into their energy. And they're trying to force things with that energy as if to force to be you. Like, I really feel like this person wants to be you. They really do. They want to stay away. And you hate this person because that's why, okay? You walked away from them and you had to walk away from them. It wasn't even a question. This person was so aggressive towards everything you did because they want to be you. Intimidation. Ooh. And then, okay, so if this person is around you at any time, they try to change you because they want you to become perfect. In their eyes, because you're not quite perfect enough. They could tweak you, you know, like they could make you a little bit more skinnier, and they could cut your hair a little bit, and they could tone you down a little bit, and like, you know, you're not quite perfect enough. This person would make you perfect, which is why they suffer from pride. It's all vanity from here, people. Okay, so this person's looks, I feel like, are going to deteriorate very quickly. They might have something that happens to them that defigures them, does something to their face, okay, because of what they've done to you. I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty fucked up reading. 111 56 on the clock I just caught. So that was like double 11. Okay, this is a little bit of a creepy reading. Something fishy. Yes, there is definitely something fishy going on with this reading. And I'm gonna head. I think it's time we turn the video camera off now after that weirdo reading. So take everything if it resonates. These are all general messages. They're just analogies, okay? They come through in many different ways. So remember that, okay? How things can manifest in your life is very different. And I feel like there's a lot of darkness being revealed, a lot of things that were hidden, consciously hidden from you, spiritually hidden from you. And there's a lot of like, you know, I just heard one of those clocks, you know, that come out, the cuckoo clocks. I just heard like the cuckoo, you know, and they come out and it goes cuckoo, cuckoo. Like I just heard that. So it's like there's times where this energy comes out, right? And there's times where it has to stay in. So it's like there's a lot of things coming out because it's ready, and there's still things that are hidden because it's not ready to come out yet. So just know that that generally is how energy works. It's a fickle bitch. Okay. Personal readings, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com as usual. And thanks for being here, everybody. All right. Word up to everybody. Oh, hey, Sarah. I hope everybody is having a good night. Okay. Thanks, Danny, for being here if you're still here. And yeah. Namaste, all right? Thanks for liking the video. It's so important to like the video. It seems so stupid, but it's so important to like the videos and share them and subscribe and do all that really great stuff, all right? So peace. Have a great weekend, and I will see you soon, all right? Later, Gators.